generally as creatives, when do we know to get a lawyer? And no, we're talking about online harmful content. Yeah. So when does cyberbullying become cyberbullying? Like, how do you know that this is cyberbullying versus someone just sharing their opinion and letting me know what they think and how they feel? So when does it become a criminal offense?
Now, I'll start with the first one. When do you need a lawyer? You need a lawyer the moment you're born.
Nikubad.
You need a lawyer, especially if you are venturing into an area that is quite new. Content creation, I'll say it's not really new, but it's gaining momentum at a high speed. And you see, it majorly depends on technology. Yeah. So technology is an evolving phenomenon every day, and you'll find that laws change every day. Right now, we are talking about AI. People even suing a robot for conducting a courting case and it lost. And then now you want to sue it, or you are suing it for lacking a practicing license because it's not human, it can't take out a practicing license. So you see, those are things that technology is evolving, the law is lagging behind. So the law has to catch up with it and try to regulate, because now when technology evolves, new problems evolve, human problems. So at the point of getting a lawyer is that at the point of you decided this is your career, I want to take it. So it's one of the due diligence you do before you now sit before a camera and utter things. On what now distinguishes you giving an opinion online and you crossing the lines and it resulting into cyberbullying. You see, what content are you putting outside there? What is the wording? You cannot give your opinion on insults. You cannot give opinions on false information, because you cannot publish false information.
How do you know it's false? How do we know as consumers?
What is your source?
Well, I like that. Have you verified, fact checked to see?
Exactly. You heard something, you read something online. What is the source? Where did this person get this information? Is there evidence to prove? If I go and utter these words, or if I publish this thing and somebody has a claim, what will be my backing?
Yeah.
What will be my evidence? So those are some of the issues some of the questions you ask yourself.
So, but then that leads me to, so what implications are there for such people who just pick up information and decide that this is the word, the truth, and the gospel? I shall say it as it is, and I think that I'm freely expressing myself in the name of freedom of expression. What happens to me then? Or and or. It's, like when you type and you're like and or.
That is legal language.
So and or. What happens, or what precautions can I take to ensure that I combat or deal with someone who does that about me as a creative?
Exactly. You see, being a creative, it means that you are depending on your talent. The internet is there. It's not running away. There's no rush for you to put out content and be the first to break news. News there'll always be a breaking news or a first timer to post something or to do something.
You really need to say this to people in mainstream media.
But at the end of the day, as you're doing that, there are legal implications to it. So as a creative going on a social platform to put out information, one, you should protect yourself.
How?
Know what laws govern your craft. If you're going to allege something that you heard, what is your source? You want to share a video that you got from somewhere, what is your source? Is there somebody that can verify this thing happened? If not, then just refrain. Look at the law, and as long as you've decided, Christine Magoma has decided that I'm going to have a YouTube channel. Before signing up on that YouTube channel, you are given terms and conditions, you are given policy, you are given their policy on non-harassment, bullying, using foul language, They are all there. But do we care even to read them?
No.
Because once you find yourself at the wrong side of the law, YouTube will say, but we before you signed up, these were the laws. We told you these are policies.
Community guidelines.
Yes. And you ticked, I agree. So YouTube will say, no, I have no liability. All I can do is cooperate with the state agencies. Because now once there's a case against you, what the Office of the Director, if it's criminal, Director of Public Prosecution will do, will file a miscellaneous application for a court order to that platform, certify them, give them to the Director of Criminal Investigation. They give a certificate of production of electronic evidence. It's presented to court. YouTube will not have any liability, you see. So it boils down to you as an individual, because you'll be charged individually.
So as a creative, what solutions exist for me to ensure that I still freely express myself, but I'm not infringing on someone's right, beyond being aware of the laws that exist? Because I mean, technology, you see, we have innovation, technology is always advancing, it's always changing day by day, and the law is playing catch up.
Yeah.
So, but I want to ensure that I'm communicating and imparting and connecting with my audience.
Okay.
So when do I know how to draw the line and where to draw the line, but not limit my creativity? Because as a creative, you don't want to limit your creativity. Then it means you're holding back. If my ability is to fly, then I want to spread my hands and fly. Yeah.
So, Christine, there's a very thin line between a fair comment and a defamation comment. Very thin line.
What's the line?
It's now the content that you put out. If it's a fair comment that you are giving, that it can distinguish that I gave this as a fair comment, there was no abuse, there's no allegation that has no proof. But it's only a fair comment if you can prove and say, see, this happened, and basing on this, I made this comment, which was a fair comment. Respectfully, it was my opinion. But when you go outside there and allege wild things against someone.
What is wild things?
Wild things, no, wild depends on, it's subjective, depends on somebody. But you give out information, you cannot verify.
Yeah.
You cannot even tell the source. You do not.
But some of these people are already telling us, I have a source, I know someone. Ni unleash source. They're asking us.
Yeah.
Ni unleash source. Semeni mwe. Na tunasema mwe.
You see now, for that, if the person who feels that their rights are being infringed decides to say it was defamation, and you say you have a source, then everyone will have their day in court. Let the person alleging that you infringed their rights present their case. You and your source come.
You and your source?
Yes, you and your source come and present your case, and let the person at the seat of justice decide which one is true. Because you see, in our court system in Kenya, it's adversarial. Whoever presents their case, that wins. Yeah, we don't have an independent or a jury or to decide like in civil law jurisdictions. As is adversarial, present your case and evidence, I counter it with case and evidence. Let the person sitting at that seat of justice decide that who's telling the truth. So once you are putting out comment, it can be a fair comment, but how are you putting it out?
The how is what really matters.
How are you doing?
But then
how? What's your source?
Yeah. When does it become clout chasing? At least start by defining what clout chasing is. Because we are seeing things that are called clout chasing, quote unquote, out here. And people are saying I was freely expressing myself, yeah? It's freedom of expression, it's not clout. And is there a solution to gaining numbers and the money beyond clout?
See, clout is, you're trying to amass the maximum number of people following your ideals for your own benefit. You see, their deal doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to have any backing. As long as you can allege and people can follow and create traffic on your account, and due to that traffic, you get numbers. You are going to have a lot of impressions. You are going to trend, and ultimately the ultimate chase is for money, you see, and fame. But what is the essence of having money and fame but no peace of mind? Because you've literally broken not only one, not only two, more than 3 laws in the state. You have cases on your back. How will you even have the peace of mind to sit down and create something? So I think at the end of the day, be it doing something to get the following, to get the clout, or to get money, it also depends on what is your ultimate aim. Are you doing this for short term, for fun? But even if you are doing it for fun, the law does not recognize fun as a way of breaking laws.
Yeah.
The laws are there for social order. So if you are doing it for fun but you are infringing on people's right, the law will just take its course. Don't want to know you are doing it for fun. And then there's no expense. There's no really a reason to put yourself in trouble, have legal battles, and then you have money. Because at the end of the day, that money you get for training, you'll spend all of them in fighting your legal battle. And you see, once, for example, a criminal case, in a criminal case, they'll just tell you whether you are guilty or not. If you are guilty, the law itself has said a penalty for that offense. So it's either you pay a fine or you go to jail, or you do both. The court can decide you'll pay a fine and also serve some time in jail. So that is wasted opportunity. You'll have rather done something legal and use that time instead of spending some good years behind bars.
So what
use
you
the
mean?
Time to create.
So what you mean to say is that someone can offend me, I can take them to court, and the court will earn money out of my problems, and not that money is not coming to me.
Now it depends on the type of case. Is it criminal or civil?
So what's the difference?
In a criminal case is a case against the state, the republic. In Kenya, it's republic versus. That's why you'll find that if it's a criminal offense, they'll say republic versus Christine, because you have offended a provision of law, either under a penal code, the penal code, or any other act that expressly stipulates that this offense is a criminal offense. So it's an offense against the state, and that's why the Office of Director of Public Prosecution prosecutes the case on behalf of the state against you. If it's a civil case, it goes to the civil courts. So in the civil courts, it's Christine against Gertrude. And what are you seeking from me? Damages. You may be injured my reputation, so I want to seek damages, and those damages will be paid directly to who? To Christine's account.
Okay.
Once the court has identified a violation of a right, it will go ahead to take you back to a place you would have been before this violation happened. So the only thing that can try to wipe your tears kidogo is some good money in your account.
Good money in my account.
So in terms of damages, it won't heal everything, but you'll sleep saying, okay, I got something.
Is it really worth it? Because I mean, what's the implication of a person going to defame me or try to damage my name on the brands that I work with? Do brands really care about the perception of the audience and of the public about me as an influencer, as a creative who is being the ambassador?
Yes, brands do care. Brands care a lot, because even these brands, they have obligations